In the farthest reaches of space, where time stretches and the very fabric of reality feels thin, Voyager 1 continues its solitary journey. Launched during the age of disco, before the invention of the internet or smartphones, this spacecraft has far outlived even the boldest hopes of its creators. But what if its most important discovery didn't come in its early years? What if, nearly 5 decades later, its most extraordinary message has only just arrived? Somewhere in the cold, silent expanse beyond the heliosphere, has Voyager 1 stumbled upon something truly impossible? Recently, NASA scientists monitoring the aging probe noticed something unusual, a signal that challenged everything they thought they knew about deep space. At first glance, it might have seemed like a glitch, an expected hiccup from a 45-year-old spacecraft. But this was no ordinary error. This signal was structured, deliberate, and inexplicable. And most unsettling of all, there's reason to believe Voyager may first not have sent it alone. As scientists investigated further, a single question began to loom over the scientific community. Has Voyager 1 made contact with something or someone beyond our world? Voyager 1 was launched on September 5, 1977, as part of NASA's bold plan to explore the outer planets. Its initial mission was modest: collect data from Jupiter and Saturn, transmit a few high-resolution images, and quietly fade into history. But Voyager was built with quiet resilience. A rare planetary alignment gave it a unique advantage: gravitational slingshots that hurled it deep into the cosmos. It eventually became the first human-made object to cross into interstellar space. For 45 years, it has delivered invaluable data on cosmic radiation, magnetic fields, and plasma waves, far beyond its expected lifespan. Now drifting more than 15 billion miles from Earth, Voyager 1 still clings to life. A nuclear-powered generator keeps a handful of instruments online, allowing it to whisper faint signals back to Earth through NASA's Deep Space Network. The transmissions are slow and weak, but their meaning is monumental. No one could have predicted that its latest message would be its most shocking yet. In early 2022, engineers observed a strange phenomenon. Voyager 1 began transmitting a continuous loop of binary code that seemed to make no sense. Initially, this was dismissed as a glitch in its aging telemetry system. After all, the spacecraft operates in one of the harshest environments imaginable. But deeper analysis revealed a disturbing truth: the signal had structure, consistency, and intent. More astonishingly, the transmission seemed to originate from an onboard computer that hadn't been active in decades. NASA scrambled to restore normal communications, eventually rerouting data through functioning systems. But a haunting question lingered: how had the probe accessed a dead computer, bypassing all safety protocols? There were no error messages, no alerts. It appeared as though Voyager had consciously made the change, a move that should have been impossible without human input. That anomaly alone would have been enough to raise alarms. But what followed next moved the conversation from confusion to fear. Once communication was restored, Voyager's instruments began registering strange and unprecedented readings. Unexplained fluctuations in plasma density, irregular magnetic field patterns, and a faint, rhythmic pulse embedded in the signal. This wasn't random cosmic noise. It was deliberate, almost like a fingerprint etched into space itself. While official statements from NASA downplayed the implications, citing aging instruments and data corruption, leaked internal communications painted a far more disturbing picture. A few scientists, speaking off the record, acknowledged the possibility of artificial interference. The data suggested Voyager may first have encountered a technological field, something structured and not made by human hands. With growing uncertainty, NASA turned to machine learning. An AI trained on decades of Voyager data was deployed to isolate and analyze the anomaly. What it found stunned researchers. The signal bore eerie similarities to a handshake protocol, as if someone, or something, was attempting to establish contact. But from where? And why now, after decades of silence? A Nobel Prize-winning physicist brought in as a consultant reportedly noted that the signal resembled theoretical models of non-human communication. If true, this would be not just Voyager's greatest discovery, it could be the most significant event in human history. As the world awaits NASA's official statement, one question lingers. Are we truly prepared for what Voyager may first have found? As researchers dug deeper, they made an even more startling discovery. By applying spectral analysis to Voyager's full telemetry archive, they identified faint echoes of similar anomalies hidden in past transmissions. These signals had once been dismissed as background noise. But with advanced AI tools and new context, those anomalies formed a chain, a breadcrumb trail leading toward a specific region of space just beyond the heliopause, where the solar wind ends and interstellar space begins. This region, once thought to be empty and unremarkable, now appears to host a pulsing energy field, a field that moves, reacts, and responds subtly to Voyager's presence. It no longer seems like the probe was simply passing through random space. Instead, it appears Voyager had entered a zone that had been observing us, waiting. Even more perplexing was a discovery that could challenge the very laws of physics. When scientists corrected for Doppler effects and examined the timing of Voyager's transmissions, they found a delay that couldn't be explained by distance alone. It hinted at the impossible time distortion. Some experts at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory proposed a shocking hypothesis. Voyager may first have crossed a temporal boundary, a space where time and causality behave in unpredictable ways. This wasn't mere speculation. Voyager's internal clock showed a time shift, milliseconds unaccounted for. Engineers began to suspect that the probe had experienced time dilation, not from speed, but from proximity to a gravitational or energetic anomaly. If that's true, then the data Voyager sent back might not reflect the present. It could be a message from the past. Or worse, from the future. And Voyager didn't leave Earth empty-handed. Aboard the spacecraft is the Golden Record, a phonograph disc encoded with images, music, and greetings from humanity. Our interstellar message in a bottle. For years, it was seen as symbolic, even sentimental. But now, in light of recent discoveries, it may have found its audience. Hidden deep within the strange signal was a frequency, one that perfectly matched a tone used to encode parts of the Golden Record. This wasn't a coincidence. It was a reference, a reply. Something had received our message and answered. A deliberate, mirrored signal. A reverse handshake. The implications are staggering. If someone, or something, received our message, how long have they been watching? How long have they been trying to respond? And why reveal themselves now? Then, just as suddenly as it began, everything stopped. After the pulses, after the bizarre signal rerouting, and after the unexplained oscillations, Voyager 1 resumed its normal data stream, routine telemetry, as if nothing had ever happened. But the NASA team is not convinced this is over. They're still listening, still watching, because in this case, silence doesn't mean absence. It may mean decision. Whatever Voyager encountered has chosen to remain partially hidden. It left us a fragment of the truth, just enough to provoke us, just enough to make us look again. Maybe that was the entire point, to wake us up, to remind us that we are not alone, that beyond the distant stars, something is watching, waiting. Now that we've heard, are we ready to listen? For decades, Voyager 1 has drifted through the cosmos as our silent emissary, a message in a bottle cast into the vast galactic ocean. But perhaps that bottle was found. Perhaps the response has already come. What Voyager 1 encountered, a structured signal, a rhythmic pulse, a reaction that defies physics, wasn't chance. It was purposeful. And then, silence. As though the intelligence behind it was saying, we are here, but not yet. This wasn't the kind of contact we imagined. No dramatic landings. No grand announcements. Just mathematics. Timing. A whisper through the dark. And now we're left with one haunting question. Are we really ready for the truth? Because if Voyager 1 did make contact, if this was an encounter, then our understanding of the universe, of our place within it, has just been rewritten. The age of cosmic isolation may be over, and the era of cosmic awareness has only just begun. If the story stirred something inside you, if it made you pause in awe or wonder, don't let this message fade. Subscribe, share, and discuss. Because what's coming next may shake the very foundation of science.